And we are live. This is Mitchell Johnson from Rusdam, newly named Rusdam Off Court. Sorry. Today we have the Sauk Valley Skyhawks versus Iowa Central. Iowa Central is off to a hot start on the season, a record of 4-1, while Sauk Valley is looking to end their losing streak as they are currently 0-3. The leading scorers for the Skyhawks so far are Shelby Veltrop, who averages 11.5 a game, and Cameron Veltrop, who averages 16.5 a game. For Iowa Central, Shikani Murray averages 13 points a game, and Trista averages 12. Iowa Central gets the ball. They start off with an early corner three, and it's good. They start off strong with a 3-0 lead. Iowa Central getting into a full court trap. The Skyhawks pass in, and they have broken it. Looking to pass it down to Cameron Veltrop. She goes up for a layup. Just off. They're going to call it out of bounds. Skyhawk ball. Strong start for Iowa Central, which is definitely what they're looking for at that open corner three. Skyhawks looking in again to Cameron Veltrop in the corner. Passes out to Maya West. Skyhawks passing the ball around the top of the key, trying to get an open shot. 8 seconds on the shot clock. They got to get something off fast. 5 seconds. Looking in. Maya West for the three. Just off the side rim. Iowa Central recovers. Iowa Central starting to step into their offense. Back up to the top of the key. She drives into the nail. Back into the corner. Open three. And just off. Recovered by Iowa Central. Knocked out of bounds. But it's still Iowa Central ball. Iowa Central gets it in without any type of contest. Passing around the outside. They get another open three. And rebound Maya West for the Skyhawks. And she'll dribble up the court uncontested. Maya West trying to organize her teammates. Looking to get into Shelby Veltrop down low with that size advantage. Bit of a dead ball for the Skyhawks, but they get out. Shelby Veltrop at the top key. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. And that's a turnover for the Skyhawks. Tipped ball. It'll be Iowa Central ball again. Skyhawk offense has started off a little stagnant. Not what you want to see if you are sitting on the bench for one of their coaches. Iowa Central passing around outside the arc and looking to see if they can get another three-pointer that they've been looking for tonight. She passes to the corner. Good contest by Kate Salisbury. Passes it back out, but an open three at top of the key. And it's good. Iowa Central 6-0 lead to start the game. And they're back in their 2-2-1 trap defense. Skyhawks need to get past half court. And they get to Shelby Veltrop just in time. Kate Salisbury a wide open three to try and answer. No good, but rebound. Back up for the Skyhawks. No good. Shelby Veltrop with the rebound. And good. And one for Shelby Veltrop. That is how you want to respond if you are the Skyhawks. Shelby Veltrop's first free throw tonight is good. Skyhawks cut the lead back down to 3. Iowa Central driving in, looking around. Another potential open three, but they pass on it. Iowa Central doing good driving in and kicking the ball, making the Skyhawk defense collapse. And they're good for another three. Skyhawks looking to break through this 2-2-1 trap. And they're going to call a travel on the Skyhawks. Back to Iowa Central. Iowa Central looking inbound the ball. No contestant from the Skyhawks. Letting them inbounded, trying to step into their defense. Skyhawks are back in their 3-2 zone that they've been liking so far this year. Missed 3 for Iowa Central. Still passing it back outside and around. Looking in. Good defense by Maya West to get a deflection. Good steal for the Skyhawks. On the run for the Skyhawks, looking to get a layup. And she loses the ball. Out of bounds, back to Iowa Central. Iowa Central still passing out and around. They really like to drive and kick out for the open threes. Into the middle, back out, drive and kick. That has been their bread and butter so far tonight. Nice Euro step for number 20 from Iowa Central. This is Amelia. Sauk Valley look pass around, try and break through this press breaker. With some nice handles they get through. Shelby Velchop at the top of the key, not where she wants to be. Passes off to Maya West. Maya West takes a long range too, but it's still off. Iowa Central still up 8, about halfway through this first quarter. They're slowing it back down, not liking the way their offense has been looking. Sauk Valley still in their 3-2 zone. Nice driving kick. Ooh, but just off. It'll be a turnover for Iowa Central. Sub for Iowa Central is number 50, Ashley Kerr, trying to combat a little bit of the Skyhawks Veltrop sisters, who have a height advantage over the majority of the Iowa Central team. Skyhawks looking to get the ball in. Almost a turnover, but they're able to recover it. And to Shelby Veltrop at the nail, looking to get down to Cameron Veltrop. She misses her first layup attempt. She wants to get another one. Off again. Cameron Veltrop starts 0 for 2 for the night. Skyhawks still in their 3-2 zone. Iowa Central passing out. Skyhawk turnover. Oh, but they're not able to get a dive for a loose ball. And they're going to call a foul, going back to Iowa Central. Foul will be on number 20, Gabby Abel. That'll be her first one of the night. Iowa Central still passing it out and around the key. They have the opportunity for an open 3. Pass up on it. Still, Iowa Central still looking to drive and kick. Looking through. Oh, nice pass in the inside, but it's tipped by Cameron Veltrop a little bit. Skyhawk ball. Now going back up the court. Skyhawks still having a stagnant offense so far through the night. They get potential for the open layup, but blocked by number 24 from Iowa Central, McKenna Bush. Skyhawks really need to get their offense up and going on these next couple possessions if they want to start to shorten that lead. Skip pass over the wing. They give her the open 3-pointer, but she passes on it. Iowa Central still looking for the driving kick. She'll take the 3-pointer this time, and it's good. 14 points for Iowa Central. Strong start for their offense and their defense so far. Sauk passing around, trying to get down to one of the Veltrop sisters. Maya West at top tee. Now Cameron Veltrop still looking to give in. They throw it over the top to Shelby Veltrop. She tries to take a little hook move, and it's off. Iowa Central passes it to the corner, looking around. They'll go for the trap. And they're going to call a jump ball on that. It'll be Sauk Valley ball for that. Iowa Central staying back up into their full court press. Sauk Valley back in their press breaker. They're looking a little bit more set up. Passing out and around. They get into Shelby Veltrop to her sister Cameron. And they're going to call a foul on number 2. Cadence Nicholas. Cameron Veltrop at the line, who has been a very good free throw shooter so far this season. First one is good. Second one for Cameron. Just short off the side of the rim. She cuts the lead back down to 10. But Skyhawks still needs to get their offense going if they want to continue to shorten the lead. Iowa Central passes it into the low post. Cameron Veltrop with the easy block to tip it out. Maya West looking to get around deflection by Iowa Central, but it'll still say Skyhawk ball. Cameron Veltrop comes out for the Skyhawks, and then comes number 33, Kobe Slock. Skyhawks really need to get the ball in. They throw up and praise Shelby Veltrop, but she still gets it. Maya West fires off an early 3. Air ball. Iowa Central ball still. Skyhawks really need to get their offense, and they're going, and needs to stay strong on defense. Iowa Central has been killing them so far on the threes, which has been a majority of their points off their driving kicks. We see another one there, driving kick down to the low post. That makes it a 12-point game with Iowa Central in the lead. Steal by Iowa Central. Took it straight out of Maya West's hands. Nice little fast break for Iowa Central, but misses the easy layup. Misses the layup again. Sauk Valley did get lucky with that one. Maya West with a nice drive. No, they're saying no shot, on the ground foul. Sauk passing and back around off the arc. Iowa Central playing a suffocating form of defense right now. Sauk's going to take a 3. It's off, but they do get the rebound. Try to pass it back out. Fight for the loose ball. Iowa Central comes up with it. And they'll get the easy layup down at the other end. Not what you want to see if you're the Skyhawks. Minute and a half left to go in the quarter. Almost a steal for Iowa Central again, but it goes back out of bounds. Skyhawks really need to get their offense going here. They're currently down by 14 with only a minute and a half left to go in the first quarter. Iowa Central, however, has got off to a very hot start from 3, and has had a strong defensive presence so far. Cameron Veltrop looking, pass it around, gives it to Maya West at top of the key. She drives in, but picks up dead ball. Back out to the top of the key. Skyhawks have 8 seconds. They need to get a shot off here soon. Cameron Veltrop drives in low post. They're going to call a push on Iowa Central. Reset the shot clock back up. Sauk passes into Cameron, and in the corner. She drives in, loses the ball. Another turnover for the Skyhawks. Fast break for Iowa Central. They take it back out. They'll take an open three off of it, and it's good. 21-4. Iowa Central still in the lead. Salk breaks the press very fast. 40 seconds left to go in the game, but they have a 20-second shot clock. Iowa Central will get an opportunity to shoot the clock. Maya West looking to drive again. She gets a layup, but misses it. A little too strong off that one. Iowa Central passes it through. 20 seconds left for the quarter. They carry the hope for the last shot. They decide not to. Shoots for the open three. Good again. 20-point lead for Iowa Central now. Not looking good for the Skyhawks. They're going to call a foul back on Iowa Central. .7 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Iowa Central off to a hot start, but Skyhawks are back at the line. First one is off for number 5, Kate Salisbury. Second one for Kate Salisbury is good. Iowa Central has 4 seconds to get a shot off. They're going to pass it to the corner. She'll takes it. A little bit of an open three. And good at the buzzer. That'll be a 22-point lead for Iowa Central going into the second quarter. What a dominant start from them so far. Not what you want to see if you're the Skyhawks. So far, Iowa Central has been killing them off the three-pointers and driving kicks. Skyhawks need to shape up their defense if they want to keep in the game, but mostly they need to get their offense into shape. They only have 5 points in the first quarter, which is not what you want to see. Skyhawks also need to cut back down on turnovers. Iowa Central has had a little bit too many fast break opportunities that they would like. It will be Iowa Central ball to start the second quarter. They'll get an opportunity to make it a 25-point game or a 24-point game. A little bit of trouble at the scores table for a second. Seems they all got it figured out. Sox seems to be changing up their defense a little bit. They appear to be showing a 2-3 zone. Open 3 for Iowa Central, not what you want. That'll make it a 25-point game. Maya West driving in for the Skyhawks. She likes to dribble and penetrate, and she gets a layup. That's what you want to see for the Skyhawks. Being able to drive in or getting it to one of the Veltrop sisters for an easier post move. Iowa Central passing back out and around. They get down to the low post. Nice passing from Iowa Central. Shot is off on a three-pointer. Fighting. But Maya West comes up with the rebound. Skyhawks will need to claw their way back into this game if they want to win on their home court. Maya West takes a contested three-pointer, And it's good. That's a good start for her on the second quarter. 5 straight points for her. Cuts it down to a 20-point lead. Good defense by Maya West to cause the steal. Fast break opportunity. Skyhawks try to pass it back out, but they say it's tipped. Still Skyhawk ball. Maya West calling off the screen from Shelby Veltrop. She doesn't like what she's seeing down low on the defensive side from Iowa Central. Turnover for the Skyhawks. Caitlin Veltrop tries to get a bit of an early steal on it, but isn't good. Skyhawks changing it up a little bit, switching to man. But they'll get Iowa Central will get a wide open 3 out of it, just off. But Iowa Central does recover again. Iowa Central looking around, they skip it over their corner. Another wide open 3 for Iowa Central, but it's off. Iowa Central is looking to punish them off these wide open 3s. Skyhawks really need to start getting back out on the arc and covering some of them. They're going to call a push on Iowa Central. It'll stay Skyhawk ball. Skyhawks passed in with no contest. Dead ball. Iowa Central trying to put in. Shelby Falls trying to get the ball. 8 seconds on shot clock. Kate Salisbury drive in for a little post-range jumper, but it's no good. Iowa Central drives in. Maya West tries to disrupt it a little bit. No good. Wide open 3 for Iowa Central. They'll pass it up, but number 24 for Iowa Central, McKenna Bush, will get a nice little floater to make the lead 22. Skyhawks start on a little 5-0 run to start the quarter, but now Iowa Central has reclaimed back the dominance so far this quarter and has put a stop to it. They're going to call a charge on the Skyhawks. Iowa Central ball. Iowa Central running a motion style of offense. They'll take a little mid-range jumper, and that one's good too. Iowa Central is still on fire on offense tonight. Only missing a couple of shots so far. Maya West calling for a screen from Cameron Veltrop. They'll let her take that open 3. And it's way off. Iowa Central on the run. They'll get an easy layup. Make that 26-point lead now for Iowa Central. Maya West sitting at the top of the key, way past almost at half court. She picks up dead ball, but does get to Kate Salisbury. Sauk Valley just dribbling out the clock. Not quite sure what they're doing. Pass to Maya West on the wing. 4 seconds. They try to get into Shelby Veltrop down low. 1 second. Left a shot, but it's tipped. Shot clock violation. Good defense from Iowa Central. Skyhawks still in their man style offense. Iowa Central still running their motion style offense. They're going to call a foul on that. Iowa Central will go for their first free throws of the night. the line for Iowa Central is Cadence Nicholas, number 2. Her first free throw is good still. She's 1 for 1 so far. Potential to make it a 28-point lead for the Skyhawks. Second free throw for her. A little too strong, just off. Iowa Central fights for the rebound though, and they'll get a jump ball out of it. It'll still be Skyhawk ball. Just over 5 minutes left to go in this half. Skyhawks still down 27 to Iowa Central. Maya West picks up the ball early. Gets away with a little bit of a travel, but gets it out. Skyhawks lose the ball again, gets it tipped out, but it'll still remain their ball. Skyhawks looking inbounds it. They get into Cameron Velchop. She drives up to the post. Skyhawks still passing around the key, struggling to find a way to get it inside. They're going to call a foul. 2 shots for the Skyhawks. Maya West's first free throw of the night is good. Cutting it down to a 26-point lead. Iowa Central still very much in the lead. Second free throw for her is also good. Make that a 15 or a 25-point lead. Iowa Central still in their motion style offense. Good hands by Maya West to get the steal. She's going to try to drive it in. Nice little spin by her for another layup. She has 9 so far and is the leading scorer so far of the night. Skyhawks are going to need a lot more out of that from her if they want to regain the lead. Fight for the ball. Kate Salisbury tipped it out of bounds. That'll still remain Iowa Central's ball. Iowa Central drives in, gets an easy scoop layup for Cadence Nicholas. You cannot let that kind of easy baskets go if you're Sauk Valley who's trying to crawl back in this game. Pass over the top to Shelby Velchop. A little too strong. Turnovers to Skyhawks. Timeout for the Skyhawks. Coach doesn't quite like what he's seeing out there. They are down by 25 so far. Iowa Central has been killing them on offense and defense so far. Skyhawks only have 14 points. If they want to claw their way back into this game, they need to find a way to get their offense running. Whether it's through Maya West, who currently has 9 points and is the leading scorer for them tonight, or through one of the Velchop sisters being Cameron or Shelby, who are their leading scorers for the season so far. Iowa Central, however, has to be very pleased with how things are looking so far, as they are up by 25 and have been killing the Sauk Valley Skyhawks off of threes and drive and kick off their motion offenses. First buzzer sounds. Iowa Central coming back out onto the court. Skyhawks taking a little bit more time discussing. Skyhawks taking as much time as they're being given to discuss what changes they think needs to be made. The Iowa Central's ball will start again. Skyhawks still on the main style defense. They did not like the way their zone looked and all the threes they were able to get off. They feed it down low, try to utilize a little bit of a height advantage, but doesn't get it. But it'll remain their ball. Iowa Central looking pass out to wing, passes it back into the corner. They'll get a wide open three out of this inbounds play. It'll be just off though. Fight for the ball. Good hustle by Kate Salisbury, able to tip it out to Maya West. She has been a key factor for them tonight, maybe not on the scoring, but on defense and trying to hustle for these rebounds. Iowa Central looking to go back down to utilize. They'll get a wide open three off the double down low and get an open three. They'll hit in. Maya West passing to Shelby Volchop. She'll take a little mid-range from the elbow, but it'll still be off. Iowa Central drives in. Katie Nicholas passes it out. She passes up the open corner three for an easy drive-in layup. Iowa Central is now up by 30 so far. A little over 2 minutes left to go in the half. Try pass in to Shelby Veltrop, who puts in a little mid-range jumper. Kate Salisbury fights for rebounds and gets it out though. 15 seconds left on the shot clock for the Skyhawks. Karen Veltrop gets the ball down low and puts it in for an easy little jump hook layup. Good hands by number 20 on the Skyhawks. Mrs. Gabby Abel. Her and Kate Salisbury have been the leaders on defense so far tonight. Trying to hustle for every steal, deflection, and rebound. Iowa Central still looking to drive in. They go out for the drive-in kick. Air ball. Karen Veltrop fought for the rebound. Couldn't quite get a hand of it though, and gives it back to Iowa Central. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. They're going to have to put up a deep three. Little step back three. It will be an air ball though. Had to pull up a tough shot because of the shot clock. Skyhawks looking to drive and kick in, get to one of the Veltrop sisters. Shelby trying to utilize a little bit of a height advantage. Puts up a little jump hook, but it's off. Good rebound for Iowa Central. Little stop. Good bucket from Cadence Nicholas. Good change of direction for her for a little jump shot on the fast break. 50 seconds left to go in the first half. Iowa Central up by 30 still. Sauk Valley tries to get into Cam and Veltrop, but it is not there. They are not going to be able to utilize that high advantage like they try to most of the time. Turnover for the Skyhawks. Iowa Central looking to push up the floor, and they'll get it in for a layup. 30 seconds left to go in the game. About 1 second difference for the shot clock. This will end up being the last shot of the game if Sauk Valley decides to hold for it. They'll drive it in. Good block by Iowa Central. They will now get the opportunity to hold it for the last shot of the game. Good deflection by Shelly Veltrop. 8 seconds left to go in the half. 6 seconds. 4 seconds. They'll get into Cameron Veltrop for a nice little layup. And now in the half. Score being 48-18, Iowa Central in the lead. They are currently up 30 and have had a dominant performance so far in the game. They have been able to get a good driving kick offense going on both their motion offense and for their zone offense as well. Skyhawks will have a completely different picture for them. They've been struggling to get their offense going and have been laying the Iowa Central have their way on the defensive end of the floor. Not what you want to see from them. They will have to play a completely separate team in the second half if they want to claw their way back into this game. We are going to take a short break and be right back. And we are back live. This is Mitchell Johnson from newly named Rusdam Half Court. We are back ending halftime from the Iowa Central Skyhawks game. Iowa Central is up 48-18. They have had a dominant showing so far tonight. They've been able to do a nice driving kick style offense against the Skyhawk defense. Skyhawks only having 18 points have had a stagnant offense so far tonight as they have not been able to utilize the height advantage that they normally like to with Cameron Velchop and Shelby Velchop. It'll be Iowa Central ball start the half. Let's see if the Skyhawks can slowly crawl their way back into this game. They're starting in a 1-2-2 zone, it appears. Iowa Central driving it in. And they'll call it Skyhawk ball. Iowa Central trying to go up for a layup, but nice defense by the Skyhawks. Iowa Central still on a man-style defense that they carry over from the first half. It has been doing well for them so far. Maya West looking to drive in. Almost travels, passes it back out to top the key. Skyhawks passing around. Gets into Cameron Velchop. Tips off, stays Skyhawk ball. Skyhawks get the ball in. Gives it back to Maya West at top of the key. She fires a contested three. Air ball. Shot clock violation. Ball goes back to Iowa Central. Iowa Central sticking in their motion style offense. It's worked for them well so far, but they'll get a turnover off of it. Early timeout from the Skyhawks with only a minute gone, about a minute gone left to go, or through the third quarter. Must be trying to make some early style changes that coach will think will call their way back into the game so far. Early turnover by Iowa Central, not what we've seen so far in the game from them. Iowa Central still up by 30. No score. No new score updates so far in the game. Iowa Central sticking in their man off defense. They're going to call a charge on Maya West. Iowa Central gets it back in. Skyhawks are sticking in their 1-2-2 zone, trying to switch up a little bit. They'll pass in for an easy layup. Soft defense. That possession from the Skyhawks completely caught them off guard. Maya West still looking to drive in. Gets to Shelby Velchop. Now Cameron down the low post. She tries using a bit of a size advantage and gets the and one. Count it. That's the way you want to start on offense for the Skyhawks. Cameron Velchop, third free throw of the night. Is good. She's been a really good free throw shooter so far this season. Iowa Central looking to drive it in. Gonna lose the ball. Good defense by Shelby Velchop, moving her feet, forcing him to go out of bounds. Skyhawks try passing back into Shelby Velchop. A little too strong on the pass though, and it was heavily contested. They will say it was tipped off though. Still Skyhawk ball. Another timeout by the Skyhawk coach. He's using them early in this third quarter, seeing if they can make some early adjustments, try and claw their way back in this game. They are still down by 29 though. They have a ways to go. Kate Salisbury will be checking back in the game, number 5. She's been a key defensive factor so far for them tonight, causing a little bit of turnovers and getting a lot of offensive and defensive rebounds so far for them. Skyhawks needs to go on a little bit of a quick run if they want to get back in this game. Turnover by them, not what you want to see, but recovered by Maya West. Pulls up for a little mid-range. And they're going to call a foul on Iowa Central. Cameron Velchop will go back to the line for 2. Going to say that missed the ball and hit her on the head a little bit. First free throw from her is good. Still 100% so far from the line tonight. Second free throw is also good. And we're going to get a sub in for the Skyhawks. Number 42 is coming in for them. Emma Stoll. Taken out of the game for the Skyhawks will be number 20, Gabby Abel. Iowa Central takes a little bit of a contested 3. It's off. That's what you want to see from the Skyhawk defense if they want to claw their way back into this game. Get to Kate Salisbury on the wing. Looking, dribble through. Get a bit of a penetration. She goes baseline. Layup is off for the Skyhawks. Iowa Central passes it to the corner. Shelby Velchop deflects it out of bounds. Will stay Iowa Central ball. Iowa Central passes it back out. Not much contention. Gets it top the key. Over the corner. Good hands from Cameron Velchop. Able to tip it for a turnover. Wide open 3 for Kate Salisbury. She'll hit a little too short off the side of the rim. Nice pass for Iowa Central to get an easy transition bucket. Maya West dribbling the ball at about half court. Pass to Kate Salisbury on the wing. She'll drive again. Goes around the baseline. Gives it to the other wing. Pass into Shelby. She's going to dribble. Takes a little jump hook. And that one's good. Skyhawk offense starting to get on a little bit of a roll so far in the second half. They're really going to need to pick it up though still if they want to claw their way back into the game. Ooh. Easy layup miss for Iowa Central. Kate Salisbury dribbling outside. Trying to find a way in. Going to try to utilize a little bit of a height advantage to Shelby Velchop. She'll get it. Little short corner jumper, and it's good. That's a good little 4-0 run for the Skyhawks. They'll need to keep that up if they want to still claw their way back in. You cannot be allowing easy passes like that inside, though. Good block by Cameron Velchop, though. Maya West looking to penetrate inside. She takes a contested layup and draws a foul. She'll go back to the line tonight. Timeout, Iowa Central. They'll take a 30-second timeout to discuss a little bit of how the Skyhawks have gotten on this run, see if they can shut it down. They are still up by a large amount, so they have a little bit of leeway, but not still what they want to see. They are currently up 52-27, still 25-point lead. Coming in for Iowa Central will be number 50, Ashley Kerr. Try to shut down a little bit of the Veltrop sisters a little bit, shut down their height advantage. Maya West will go to the line for 2. Potential make it a 23-point game. Maya West missed the first free throw. Second free throw for her is good. She's 50% from the line tonight. Iowa Central looking back to get a little bit of a motion offense. Takes the contested layup. It's off. Fight for the rebound. Picked up by Maya West. Tries passing into Cameron Veltrop. Not going to be able to do that with number 50 coming in. Foul. Blocking foul on Maya West. She'll go to the line. At the line is number 10, Anika Scott. She'll miss her first free throw of the night. Second free throw for her is good though. Kate Salisbury passing out and around. Deflected, gives it to Maya West. She'll drive, penetrate, look for a step back mid-range. Not going to get it off though. Still looking to get a Cameron Veltrop down low. She'll do a little step through post move, but she'll get fouled and go back to the line for 2. Cameron's first free throw is good. She's still 100% from the line so far tonight. Very good free throw shooter. Second one for her is good as well. She's at 12 points for the night. She averages 16 so far this season. Turnover Iowa Central. Trying to get a little too fancy on that pass. Skyhawks are slowly clawing their way back in the game. Going into halftime, they were at a 30-point difference. Now they're at a 23-point difference. Still some ground to make up, but is looking up so far for the Skyhawks. Maya West driving in, trying to get a layup. Strong block from Iowa Central. And they'll say Shelly Veltrop stepped out of bounds. Salk looks to be in a bit of a 2-3 zone. Trying to switch up a little bit, see if they can catch Iowa Central off their feet, but they'll still get a wide open 3. That'll hit. That's their first 3 of the half. That was their bread and butter during the first half, and it looks like they'll be trying to go back to that to keep this lead. Maya West again looking to drive off the side of the backboard. They'll say it's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay Skyhawk ball. Give it out to Cameron Velchop. They'll give it down into the post. Try to pull up a little bit of a post move. But they're going to call a foul on number 42, Emma Stoll. Iowa Central ball. Kate Salisbury, we're going to take a little bit of a rest. Iowa Central still passing out and around, getting into their offense. They'll get an easy pass in, but good block by Cameron Velchop to prevent the easy layup. Iowa Central looking to get the ball back in. They'll pass it out to the opposite wing. Give it to the corner. Pass it up on the 3 for a better shot at the top of the key. Air ball. Be back Skyhawk ball. Maya West bringing the ball back up for them tonight. Has been a dominant force so far on offense. Gives it to Shelby Velchop, top the key. Shelby picks up that ball, gives it back to Maya West. Looking inside, 10 seconds on the shot clock. They need to get something going fast. Passes it over the opposite block to Emma Stoll. She'll pull up a shot, and it's off. Rebound, tries putting back up a shot. Gives it back out to Shelby Velchop. She'll try to do a little bit of a step through, but they'll say she walked on it. Travel back to Iowa Central ball. Iowa Central still passing it back out and around. Salk trying to play some tough zone defense. Another block for Cameron Velchop, but they're going to say she got a little bit too much of the wrist. That'll be a foul on her. First free throw for number 50, Ashley Kerr, is not good. Second free throw for her will find its mark though. Make that a 27-point lead still for Iowa Central. They've gone a little bit of their run now to respond to the Skyhawks run at the beginning of the half. They're going to call a push on number 34 from Iowa Central, Trista Omahire. At the line for the Skyhawks will be number 22, Shelby Velchop. Shelby's second free throw will find its mark, bringing it back to a 25-point game. Good hands from Shelby Velchop to deflect it out of bounds. Officials having a little bit of a talk, discussing something. Don't know what that was about, but we'll play on. Pass it out to the top of the key for Iowa Central, setting into their offense. Looking for a deep corner 3, and it's off though. Cameron Velchop gets the rebound for the Skyhawks. Maya West bringing the ball back up for them. Takes a little bit of a contested 3. Air ball, not what you want to see if you're the Skyhawk offense. Minute 46 left to go in the third quarter. Iowa Central back to that dribble penetration style offense. Turnover by them, a little bit too much of a wild pass. Skyhawks try and move it around, looking get into Cameron Velchop down low. Not going to be able to though. Cameron Velchop reestablishing herself in the post. She'll drive, do a nice little fadeaway, and that's good for her. Make that 14 points for her tonight. Skyhawk defense looking a little lackluster at possession. They'll allow a wide open three, but lucky for them, it is off. Pass it down low into Shelby Velchop. She'll try to go for a little post move, but it's off. 37 seconds left to go in the quarter. Skyhawks will be able to get a shot off. Iowa Central pass around, trying to waste as much clock off as possible. Passes on the wide open three. They're going to call a push down low on the Skyhawks. She'll be go to the line to shoot two. First one for number 2, Cadence Nichols, is off. There's still a 23-point difference in the score. Iowa Central still holding on and keeping a very solid lead over the Skyhawks so far this half. Second one for Cadence Nichols is good. Make that a 24-point game. Skyhawks will be able to hold for the last shot if they want to. Maya West looking around. Turn it over for the Skyhawks. Good steal by Cadence Nichols. She'll go in for a layup. And hard foul by number 3 on the Skyhawks. Misses Chloe Slock. Athletic trainer Cadence Nichols is down. Hurt right now. Hopefully she is okay. Cadence Nichols able to walk on. She'll go take a break on the bench. Shooting for Cadence Nichols at the line will be number 14, Sharon Greek. Scott coach questioning some of the officials. Say we're all good. Again at the line will be Sharon Greek for the Skyhawks. Well, not the Skyhawks, for Iowa Central. She'll be shooting for Cadence Nichols, who just got injured. First one for her is good. Second one for Sharon is just off the mark. Skyhawks have 3 seconds to get a shot off. 2 seconds, 1 second. Will not get it off in time. That'll be the end of the third quarter. Skyhawks are down 59-34. We're down by 25. They do look like a little bit of a different team so far in this third quarter, scoring almost as many points as they scored in the first half. They were able to get their offense on a little bit of a roll and keep Iowa Central from scoring a little too much. Iowa Central still playing some strong defense, making the shots for the Skyhawks still difficult, but the Skyhawks have just been making them. Offense, however, they have been struggling a little bit so far, but still have been able to keep a nice lead over the Skyhawks. It'll be Skyhawk ball to start the fourth quarter. Score is 59-34. Skyhawks are down 25. Iowa Central still having a strong lead as they have been able to maintain it so far during the second half. Skyhawks passing around. Maya West tries to take a contested mid-range jumper. Another block for Iowa Central. Pass out, a little short corner jumper is good. Try passing into Cameron Veltrop. Not good for the Skyhawks. Recovered by Iowa Central. They'll have a chance to get some fast break opportunities here. Passed in, and that'll be an easy layup again for Iowa Central. Skyhawks still dribbling around, trying to find a way to get their offense going during this fourth quarter. They're able to keep it alive so far during the third quarter. They're going to call a bit too much contact there for the Skyhawks. That'll be a charge on number 42, Emma Stoll, threw her shoulder into her, trying to gain some distance. Iowa Central passing it back out around, looking to get through, pass it back in the short corner, tries throwing it across, tipped out of bounds though, still be Iowa Central ball. Shelby Veltrop will come in for her sister, Cameron Veltrop, for the Skyhawks. Shelby so far, she's the second leading scorer for her team. She averages just over 11 a game, and right now she's at 9. Easy little inbounds play for Iowa Central. Cannot allow that if you're the Skyhawks. Skyhawks trying to dribble and penetrate. Get out to Shelby Veltrop. They're going to call a push on Iowa Central. Skyhawks will take it out from the corner. A little bit of a tough position there for the Skyhawks. They pass it out. A little bit of fight for the ball. Turnover, Skyhawks. Iowa Central recovers, gets it back out, and they'll set back up in their offense. Good pass into the corner. She'll drive. Dominant block by Shelby Velchop to prevent the easy layup. Off the knee of number 5, Kate Salisbury. Turnover, Skyhawks. They'll pass it in, kick it out. Gives it to number 32 at the key for Iowa Central. No good, fight for a rebound. Not able to get out from Iowa Central. Good hustle though for number 34, Trista Olmheier. Sox still passing around and trying to find a way in again to Shelby Velchop down low. She'll try a little bit of a jump. No good. Recovered by Emma Stoll. She'll get her first point tonight. Emma Stoll. Iowa Central still passing around. They'll get an open three. That's short. Recovered by Kate Salisbury. She decides that she'll want to run the floor. She's going for a layup. Pass out to Emma Stoll. And they'll say she walked. Turnover, Skyhawks. Iowa Central trying to utilize a height advantage down low. Try to get an easy little post move layup. Fight for the rebound. Kate Salisbury will be able to get it for the Skyhawks. Maya West back in the game. Try to drive in. Cameron Velchop gets it down low to her sister Shelby. A little too many people there. Iowa Central will be able to cause a little bit of a turnover. And they'll have a turnover of their own. A little bit too wild of a pass, not able to quite get her hands on it. 6 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in the game. Iowa Central still up 29 points. Little struggle for the Skyhawk offense for this possession. They get into Cameron Velchop. She dives in to her sister Shelby Velchop. They're going to call an over the back and a push on number 50 again from Iowa Central, Ashley Kerr. Okay, into Shelby Velchop. She'll take a nice little post hook. They'll say she got a little bit too much arm. Shelby Velchop will go back to the line for two. Her first free throw is good. That'll cut the lead down a little bit, but it's still probably on the table for the Skyhawks to come back. Second free throw just off. Score will still be 65-37. Iowa Central, nice little drive and spin. Not able to get it though. Maya West will bring it back up for the Skyhawks. Skyhawks passing around outside. Cameron tries driving in, but it's shut down. Shelby Velchop down low. And she'll make the bucket. She'll go to the line for one opportunity for a three-point play and be able to cut the lead back down to 25. That'll make 12 points for the night for Shelby Velchop. That'll make it 13 now. She averages just over 11. So good performance for her so far tonight. Iowa Central able to kick it into the middle and kick it back out and around. Goes over the backboard. It'll be Skyhawk ball again. Maya West picks up her dribble a little too early, but is able to pass it back. Fumbles with the ball a little bit, gives it to Kate Simsbury. Try to give it down to Karen Velchop. Senator holding her wrist a little bit too much. Karen Velchop will go back to the line for 2. First bucket for her is good. Second one is also good for her. She's still 100% from the line tonight. Cameron now has 16, which is what she averages per game. Iowa Central trying to fight, get it inside. They'll fire up a 3, and that one will be good. Scots still down by 26. 4.5 minutes left to go in the game about. They'll get it back into Cameron Velchop, but it will be blocked again. Iowa Central passing it back out and around. Will be just off them on a little mid-range jumper. Maya West looking at the top key, and she'll walk with it. Turnover, Skyhawks. Still a 26-point game, about 4 minutes left to go. Iowa Central looking to get it in. Passes on the open 3. Looking to get a little bit of a better shot. Little trip up there on the court. Iowa Central drive back in. Fight for the ball. And they'll call a jump ball. Iowa Central will get an open 3 out of an inbounds play. They'll get their own offensive rebound. Pass back out. They'll take another open 3. Just off, recovered by the Skyhawks. They'll try to drive up the court. Almost get stepped out of bounds, but they'll be able to keep it in. The Skyhawks will take a 3 of their own. Now rim in and out. Just off. Iowa Central driving it back up. Try to be a little too fancy on that pass. Turnover, Iowa Central. Iowa Central will call a timeout for them. 3 minutes, a little over 3 minutes left to go in the game. Skyhawks down by 26 still. Leading scorers so far is Cameron Velchop, who has 16 for the Skyhawks. Shelby Velchop, who has 13, and Maya West, who has 10. So far for Iowa Central, their leading scorers are number 24, McKenna Bush, who has 17, number 10, Anika Scott, who has 12, and number 12, Ashlyn Jacobson, who has 11. Three minutes left to go in the game. Maya West taking it back up for the Skyhawks. Iowa Central still trying to play in their suffocating man defense. They'll get into Shelly Velchop and Karen Velchop, and they'll call a foul. Karen Velchop will go back to the line for 2. Karen Velchop's first free throw is good. She's still 100% from the line tonight. Second free throw for her is also good. Iowa Central takes an open three, and it'll be just off for them. Skyhawks still down 24, trying to cut into the lead a little bit, but this game will be over here in 2.5 minutes. Skyhawks thinking about taking an open three, pass on it, gets into Karen Velchop down low, and she'll be able to get in for an easy layup. Cuts the lead down to 22. Good block by Cameron Velchop, able to stop an easy layup, but it'll be deflected out of bounds and will still remain Iowa Central ball. Iowa Central still passing out around. Nice little no-look pass to the corner. They'll take a wide open three, and it'll be recovered by Kate Salisbury. Maya West dribbling out the clock, looking to get her offense going for her team. A little pump fake by Gabby, but it will result in a turnover. Nice little fast break opportunity here for Iowa Central. Maya West will prevent that though. They're going to say it's white ball off the jump ball. Minute and a half left to go in the game. Skyhawks are down by 22. Maya West still passing around, trying to get some of their offense pushing in. And they're going to call a bit of a push on Iowa Central. And they'll send Emma Stoll, number 42, to the line for two. Emma Stoll's first free throw is good for her. Second free throw is also good for her. She'll cut the lead down to 20 for the night. Iowa Central still passing it out and around. Gets a wide open three out of it. Be a little too strong air ball, but will be recovered by Iowa Central. Takes a little short corner shot and just off the hands of number 50. It'll be back to Sauk Valley ball. Three seconds left to go in the game. Sauk will not be able to hold the ball for the last shot or dribble out the clock. Maya West dead ball, gets into Emma Stoll. She'll look to pass it in. A little too strong though and too contested. 31 seconds left to go in the game. Seconds difference on the shot clock. Looks like Iowa Central will just dribble out the clock. Seven seconds left to go. 6. Nice little drill move for a mid-range pull-up, and that'll be just off. And that'll be the game. Score 68-48. Iowa Central takes the win. They'll move up to 5-1 so far for year ball. Sauk Valley will go to 0-4 so far for a season. Dominant win by Iowa Central. Leading scorer for them is Sharon Greek, who scored 12 points for the night. For Iowa Central, number 32, Maya West. This is Mitchell Johnson signing up from newly named Russ Dam off court. Have a good night.